channel. I hope you're ready for a new and exciting video. So during this quarantine time, I've been doing a lot of reading, and I even got a little carried away with my online shopping. So I got not one, not two, but 4 mystery grab bags from halfpricebooks.com. So I have no idea what's in these bags. I just know that I got 2 young adult fiction and I got 2 regular fiction. And even when they came in, I have no idea which is which. So I'm gonna be unboxing them in front of you today. So take a moment, get yourself a good cup of coffee, sit back and relax as I find out what really is in these mystery bags that come from Half Price Books. So this is how they came. So there's 4 of them and they're bursting. You can see that that one's a little open. I can barely see a little Scholastic logo, so I think that top one is a young adult fiction. All right, getting started with bag number 1. This one's the one that's already a little, like, really open. I opened the door and it was already open like this. So let's see here. They all seem to be paperback, so that's pretty good. You know, these are very affordable. So there is Blood on the River, a story about Jamestown, 1607. Cool. Love that. I used to teach history, so very interesting. I want to get into that one. 13 Gifts by Wendy Mass. So this is the next books that came available. It says from the author of 11 Birthdays and Finally. Cool. The next one here is When You Were Mine. It's what if the greatest love story ever told was the wrong one. Ooh. So this is by Rebecca Searle. S-E-R-L-E. Rebecca Searle. So that's interesting. Next up, Mike Lupica, Summer Ball. So cool. A nice basketball story. And the last book in this one is Smallpox Strikes. Very relatable. Oh, you guys are funny over Half Price. You're funny. The first box was all young adult fiction, so where the protagonist is somewhere between 12 and 18 years old. So these are all pretty interesting stories, so I can't wait to see what they're about. All right, let's move on to number 2. Number 2 is pretty well wrapped. Has the strong tape on there. Okay. 2 would be well wrapped. Maybe this is one of the adult ones. Alright. Alright. Ooh! Oh, I'm gonna look out. I found one that I actually wanted to get. So alright, this is the other young adult fiction one. For sure, the other young adult fiction one. Because we have Bridge to Terabithia. Great movie, great book. I actually do not have this book, so it's great. I get to read it again, so looking forward to that. It's a really quick read. We have the cat crying because she wants attention. Alright, we have the Vampire Diaries. Vampire Diaries. I've actually never read a Vampire Diaries book. I was never really that into vampires. The Twilight stuff. I mean, I like Twilight, but I liked it a little bit. Not too much, not too crazy about it. But I've never read the Vampire Diaries. So, interestingly enough, I'll give it a shot. But also, I don't think it's it says The Awakening and The Struggle. So, I don't know if this is... Okay, so it's 2 books in 1 book. Cool. Alright. Next one we have is Hope Rising. Hope Rising, a good equestrian one from the looks of the cover, by Kim Meter. So stories from the Ranch of Rescued Dreams. So, oh, a nice little equestrian story to warm my heart. Love it. Then we have, so now we have Radiance by Alison Knoll. So I'm actually reading through an audiobook, Evermore, which is one of her books. So I'm going through that series again. I read it, I listened to it, I liked it, so I'm curious to see where this book goes because I actually haven't read this book yet. And the last book on here is Pretty Little Liars. So I actually just finished listening to the audiobook of this on Tuesday. So those of you who are gonna stay tuned for my vlog, you'll hear me listen to Pretty Little Liars, and I'm a huge Pretty Little Liars fan. I don't have the paperback. This is a really good book. I highly recommend it. So I'm gonna give it a read through and we'll see what happens. Well, I'm guessing if the first two were young adult fiction, then the other two must be just regular old adult fiction. So let's see what's in box number 3. This one is also, so box number 3 is also a little torn right here. So I'm just gonna pull from there because I already know that one's open. So all paperback books. All right, so we have The Girl Who Knew Too Much by Amanda Quick. Never heard of it, but it's been a New York Times bestseller. Nice little pocket size, so easy to take somewhere and read. All right, we have The Agony and the Ecstasy by Irving Stone. So this is the passionate biographical novel of Michelangelo. So reading a little bit of Michelangelo, I will. Yes, I will. Next one is On Secret Service by John Jakes. Ooh, it's a historical fiction. Okay. All right. So this looks like it's about couples divided, North and South, having to deal with Civil War. So interesting. I like it. I love it. I'm gonna read it. Next up, we have Into the Wilderness by Sarah Donati. So Into the Wilderness. This looks like it's gonna be interesting. So this is set December of 1792. Elizabeth Middleton leaves her comfortable English estate to join her family in a remote New York mountain village. So I'm thinking this is gonna be an interesting story of her going into the wilderness. So I like a good romance. I like a good story. So let's see how this one takes me on an adventure in 1792. All right, and the last one in this bag right here is Sophie's World, a novel about the history of philosophy by Justine Gator. All right, so that's the cover right there. Never heard of this one before. Here, one day Sophie comes home from school to find 2 questions in her mail. Who are you? And what does the world, and where does the world come from? Before she knows it, she's enrolled in a correspondence course covering Socrates to Aristotle and beyond with a mysterious philosopher. So girl on a world trip with a philosopher. So I guess she's gonna be doing a lot of philosophy and discovering what's going on. So great book, I think, for thinking if you really want to get into some serious deep questions in the world. Just flipping through, has different titles of different philosophers, so you might do some exploring on each one. Cool. All right, so this is what came in the first one. Let's see what the next one has to bring. And last but not least, numero 4. Number 4 is a little bit open, so I'm just gonna go from there. Hello. All right. All right, these are not as small as the other ones. They're just pretty decent average size. All right, so we have Reconstructing Amelia by Kimberly McCrae. Let's see. Litigation lawyer and Harried single mother Kate Barron is shocked when her daughter's exclusive Brooklyn private school calls to tell her that Amelia, her intelligent, high-achieving 15-year-old, has been caught cheating. Oh, snap! Caught cheating? What? On a test or like what? But when Kate arrives at Grace Hall, she's blindsided by the more devastating news. Amelia's, oh, she did? Ooh. Oh, they got me. I'm reading this. I don't even have to read any further. I don't want to know anything else. I just know that she is dead, and I want to read why they told her that she was cheating, or did she die, like from the cheating thing up until the mom got there. This is a mystery, and even the cat wants to know. All right, the next one in the list here, we have When Mockingbirds Sing. So different from, you know, Killing Mockingbirds. This is When Mockingbirds Sing, a novel. This says, Leah is a child from away, isolated from her peers because of her stutter. I understand I have a stutter, especially when I read out loud. But then she begins painting scenes that are epic in scope, brilliant in detail, and suffused with rich prophetic imagery. When the events foreshadowed in the first painting dramatically come true, the town of Middingley, like Middingley is the name of the town, takes notice. Ooh, I guess like her paintings are gonna start coming true and stuff like that, so that's interesting. Leah attributes her ability to foretell the future to an invisible friend she knows as the Rainbow Man. Ooh. Some of the townfolk are enriched with her, others fear her. But there is one more thing they all agree on. There's no such thing as the Rainbow Man. Oh, I wanna know what happens next. Let's see where this book takes us. All right, and then we have Secrets of Paris by Lon Rice. So, Secrets of Paris. Lydie McBride has always embraced life to the fullest, but when an unmistakable tragedy strikes her family, everything she believes is shattered. Her architect husband Michael watches the passion disappear from Lydie's eyes and from their marriage, and hopes that an assignment to Paris will help them reclaim their love. But the City of Lights holds secrets and seductions for them both. Ooh. As Michael pursues his design project with the Lou and falls into the orbit of a mysterious, alluring French woman, Lydie finds new inspiration for her work as a photo and art stylist and begins a friendship with two dramatically different women that enable her to find a new life. Will there be a place for the man with whom she always wanted to share that with, if she can find him again? Next one we have After This by Alice McDermott. Alright. On a wild, windy April day in Manhattan, when Wendy first meets John Keene, she cannot imagine what lies ahead of her. A marriage, a fleeting season of romance, and the birth of 4 children will bring John and Mary to rest in the safe embrace of the traditional Catholic life in the suburbs. Okay. I'm Catholic, so I'm interested in seeing how the faith kind of plays into this one. So reading about this is about how the couple is basically trying to hold their family together because their 4 children are just completely going off in different directions. 2 of the children are caught up in the sexual revolution. Jacob is caught up in Vietnam, and Claire is committing stunning transgressions after a childhood spent pleasing her parents. So I'm thinking she's been like the goody two-shoes, and then all of a sudden she's the one they trust least. So I'm interested in seeing how they handle all of their family issues while still staying close to their faith, because this seems like it had a really big emphasis on the faith structure. So thank you, Half Price Books, for this one. The last one we have is Behind Her Eyes by Sarah Pinborough. So I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing that. So this is about Louise, a single mom and secretary, is deeply embarrassed when she discovers that the man who she sweet-talked and kissed her back at the bar on a rare night out is her new boss, David. Oh, girl! And Adele, new to town and lonely, who invited Louise for coffee after they bumped into each other on the street. Adele is David's wife. Oh, okay, girl, you the other woman. Let's see here. From the outside, David and Adele look like the picture-perfect husband and wife. But then why is David so controlling? And why is Adele so scared? As Louise is drawn further into David and Adele's orbit, she uncovers more puzzling questions. The only thing that is crystal clear is that something in their marriage is very, very wrong. Ooh. But Louise can't guess how wrong or how far a person might go to protect their marriage secrets. This is gonna be interesting. So I can't wait to see what's going on in this book right here. So that was box number 4. So box number 4 had these 5 books in it. So overall, very interesting selection there. All different books I've never heard of, and I'm willing to give a shot. And we're gonna see where they are and how they make it into my reading list for May. That's all I have for the mystery bags that came from Half Price Books. So if you're interested in any of them, you can always order them on hpb.com. Each of these mystery boxes is about $10. So for 5 books, $2 a book, and these are all in really good condition. I think this is a success. They may not be more popular titles, which is okay, but they may have been forgotten treasures that a lot of people have not thought of picking up in a really long time. So I'm really excited to see these novels that may have been tossed aside or forgotten and put on clearance. These are all books that deserved a second chance, and I'm really excited to give them that second chance. So if you liked any of the books that were shown to you today, please make sure you hit that like button and click subscribe for more videos like this. That's all the time I have for you guys today. I'll see you guys in the next one.